Welcome to this website and welcome to this very special video on the top reasons why you should become a published author and tips and strategies on writing a book. Why get started with books? Well, when you're at a bookstore or view books online, you read the author's name, see the author's photo, read their bio, you're under the impression that the author of this publication is an expert. And that's the assumption that most people make, and what your prospective clients will think so too. They're no different than a reader at a bookstore. As a published author, you become an expert automatically. People look at you as an authority, someone who really knows what he or she is talking about. A book is a compact and inexpensive way for you to convey a dense amount of knowledge in a very convenient package. Portability of the book is what makes it user-friendly and, better yet, easy to give away as a business card, as a calling card, as more information about your services. It really sets you apart. Books have value to the public, and they will differentiate you in the marketplace even if, and this is really funny, but even if the prospect or your reader never actually reads it. So as a real estate professional, it's important for you to add book writing to your to-do list. It's a great way to attract business and convert more prospects into clients. And let me show you how it's done. 1. Free publicity. A book is a great way to get free publicity in your marketplace. Once you have a book written, you can send a message out to your database, to the press in your marketplace, to let them know that you have a free book. If you speak at the Chamber of Commerce or a business lunch, it's a great giveaway. Now, you spend a lot of money on marketing and advertising, so wouldn't it be nice to get some free press? By letting the media in your marketplace know, whether it's newspaper, radio, television, reporters love interviewing published authors and love quoting them as experts in their news articles and on television programs. You see, media people, reporters, for example, they need content. They need to fill content every day. So if there's a news story on the housing market, on real estate, they need a go-to person, an expert that they can count on with the right information that connects with their audience. And what a book does is it sets you up as that expert. So the reporter can quote you, have you on their show, quote you in the newspaper, etc. The second reason to have a book is not only the free publicity, but the fact that you can reach more people. When you have a book, you have the opportunity to get in front of a larger audience because now you're an expert. That audience could include speaking for the Chamber of Commerce, speaking for a community group, speaking at a retirement residence, speaking at agencies who deal with out-of-town buyers. And when you get in front of these niche groups, you can create a website that's dedicated to them and offer your book or free chapters in an e-format, in an email format, to generate leads and use for follow-up. Not only can you physically give the book away, instead of a business card, you can give the book away. If someone asks you, hey, what do you do for a living? Hey, here's my book, explains it. Again, a real differentiator in the marketplace. And you could also put it on Amazon.com and sell it for a few dollars, but really use it as a lead generator by getting folks to purchase the book and read it. The third reason to have a book is that potential clients will be drawn to you. As a real estate professional, you know that your potential clients will get overwhelmed when trying to hire the right agent to sell their home or hiring the right agents to help them find a home. As a published author, you gain an edge over your competition and stand out from the crowd of real estate agents in your area. 4. You become a credible source of information. By giving away your book, by being featured in the media, newspapers, radio, television, by giving away your book when speaking in front of an audience, People will feel they can trust what you have to say. After all, you've written a book on the very subject they are interested in. Think of your book as a long sales letter that does not look like marketing to the reader, but a helpful, no-hassle guide or a playbook for their real estate success. So here are some steps that you can take to make sure that when writing your book, you get the most mileage out of it. So after you have your book written, number one, you can offer your book online as a lead generator. You've probably seen websites offering a free book or an offer where they can opt in. The viewer on your website, the visitor on your website can opt in to request a book by filling out a short form, what's called an opt-in form. So people type in their name and information. They have to give you their physical address so you can send them the book. So it's a great way to reach potential clients and open up a dialogue. It's much more compelling for prospects to opt in to get a free book than a special report or any other offer. When you're giving away a book, the viewer, the visitor to your website, feels that there is value to this book. In fact, you can write a value of the book of $29.95, $39.95, and you're giving it away for free. So there is perceived value in offering them a book. People like to get books. People like to add books to their library. So it's a really nice gift, a really nice offer with perceived value. Number two, as I said, your book will be viewed as relevant and valuable. So first of all, your book is relevant because they're interested in real estate. They're looking for an agent. They're looking for a home. So it's relevant to them here and now. The way it's written, it should be written like there's secret information that's being held back from them. So they feel that there is something mysterious, something hidden that they need to discover by reading your book. And what's in it for you as well is it's an effective conversion tool. By conversion tool, it's a great tool for someone to raise their hand to say, yeah, I want this book, for you to send it to them, and then for you to follow up. Now here's some potential ways you can keep your clients reading. So here's some tips and strategies to consider. So you want to set up each chapter as a secret revealed or as a priceless tip. Something that will help them sell their home faster, sell their home for more money, sell their home with less hassle, and conversely, same thing with buyers. How to buy a home with little down, how to buy a home before it gets on the marketplace, before other buyers can get to it. So something that gives some secret to the home selling or buying process. So you want to include images, graphs, and charts because many people, depending on their personality, are skimmers. So they're not going to read your book word for word, but they'll go from image to image, from graph to graph, chart to chart to get that information that you're offering and to get the whole story of your book. Again, you want to ensure that it's error-free. I mean, that's a given. You want to make sure that there's no mistakes, that it's been looked over properly, that it's been set correctly. You want to come across as professional. Break up long chapters and paragraphs. Again, for the personalities of readers who are skimmers, if it looks like there's too many words, they're not going to read it. So it has to be concise, and again, use short chapters, short paragraphs, bullet points, headlines, graphs, graphics, lists. People love lists, top 10 lists, top 5 lists, so that again it breaks up the book and is great for skimmers or people who are just flipping through. So write to your prospects' needs. This is not a book about necessarily how great you are overtly. This is a book on how you are an expert in real estate and how you help the consumer. And through that, you will become the trusted advisor. And remember, number 6, there should always be calls to action throughout the book. Not just at the end, but throughout the book. after every chapter, if they want to get more information, direct them to a website. From title to the final paragraph, your book should reflect your professionalism and your dedication to helping your clients. Number 3, target the right audience with your offer. Once you have a great book, you have to get it in front of the right people. So think of your target audience and then let those people know about your book. Add your book as a free offer to websites, blogs, social media posts. Let everyone know that you have a book and that you're offering it. Another way to market yourself as a trusted authority is to turn your physical book into an ebook. There are opportunities to break your book up into chapters and offer it as a drip campaign. So you'll have your physical book to give away in the various opportunities that we've discussed, but you could take that same information, break it up into chapters, create PDFs, and offer it as an incentive to opt in to a special offer. Think of it as if you were at the Costco. You know, when you walk down the aisles at Costco, every so often someone will offer you a sample of a new product, new food. They want to obviously entice you with that sample to taste it and to go, oh, this is awesome, I'd like to buy this. So my point is that the treat or the sample you offer them has to be compelling. Because if the sausage at Costco tasted like cardboard and kitty litter, nobody would buy it after tasting it. So you want to make your samples compelling so that they want to get more of it. The contact form should be specific to the type of information you are offering. So let them know that if they opt in, if they sign their name and email address, they're going to receive these emails from you, which will be relevant chapters in a drip campaign. They'll get it as a PDF file, and this will encourage people to fill in the form. It requires no physical address or phone number, less intimidating than a longer form. And then in your follow-up, you can offer to send the whole book to them, because then you're obviously going to get their home address. And if you do offer the book in its printed form, you'll need that address, and therefore people will be willing to fill out a longer form that includes their name, street address, phone number, and email, because again, you're sending them something of value. The book has a retail cost perhaps of $29.95, $39.95, $24.95. So when they see that value that they're getting for nothing, they'll more freely give you that information. And it makes sense to give you the physical address because you're obviously sending them something, so logically it makes sense. And now that you have their physical address, you can also send out more traditional snail mail marketing materials such as postcards and newsletters, because we know that that type of direct mail has a very compelling reach and is a great way to convert prospects. Here is our offer to you. We will write your book, a 160-page book, which means about 140 pages of content. And these numbers are approximate. It's more or less, but that's our goal. Depending on your story and your interview, your book may be a little bit longer, a little bit shorter, but more or less it'll be about 160 pages with 140 pages of content. About 20 pages will be taken up by photos, images, examples, headlines, lists, top 5, top 10 lists, as we talked about for the skimmers and the people who just flip through your book. The book is trimmed to 6x9, which is a common trade paperback size, and the 160 pages will be customized content. Standard content sections may be tweaked as necessary for local variations in regulations. So if there's any regulations or terms that apply to your marketplace, we will change those. When we talk about climate, in matters of home staging, home maintenance, any sections that deal with that where climate becomes an issue or house style becomes an issue, then we can adjust it accordingly. A customized front and back cover. We'll send you a quick start form that's completed by you, which will take the basis of your customized pages. We'll have a 1.5 to 2.5 hour telephone or Skype interview. Go to webinar. We'll use a variety of different mediums, whatever works best. To do an interview, ask you questions, and that'll give us more detail and more colorful language and content for the customized sections. And then it's about a 2 to 3 month turnaround period from start to finish, not including the printing. The price is $39.97, just under $4,000 for a single agent version. That doesn't include the printing. Printing costs vary depending on quantity. You can contact us for more information on printing costs. But the actual writing of the book, the interview, the research into your programs, putting together the book, 2 drafts of the book is $39.97. If you want to include chapters from your vendors or partners such as a lender, lawyer, landscaper, they can include a chapter. We can give them direction on what to write. That would be $49.97, so it would include everything in the single agent version, but you will have chapters that correspond to your lender, lawyer, landscaper, people who work with you, home stager, as another example, people who work with you to get the home sold to help your customers. And what you can do is you can have them contribute to the book so that either they can cover the book cost for you or they would help subsidize that book for you by being involved. The next step is to contact us using the information on this website, or you could fill the opt-in form just beside this video, and then we'll email you more information on the process. So to get started today, fill in the form, contact us, and start differentiating yourself in the marketplace by being a published author. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to ghostwriting your book and working with you closely to make you a published author and trusted advisor in your business.